Good evening, you're watching 7 p.m. Mission 2024. I'm Preeti Chaudhary. The latest coming in where our wrestlers were concerned. Multiple theories making the rounds. We're going to break it down for our viewers. First up, the headlines. CBI files FIR in the Odisha train probe under charges of negligence, endangering life and planned act by several persons. Death toll reaches 288. Charge sheet filed in Amrita Fadnavis extortion case. Chats between Amrita and designer Aniksha accessed. Cops probing black money angle. Amrita talks about intention to blackmail. Big online conversion racket busted in Ghaziabad. 4 minors from Haryana and Punjab converted. Minors were tricked through online gaming apps. White House hails India's vibrant democracy. The statement comes days after Rahul Gandhi's criticism. Indian government and institutions abroad. What is it? Sidhu government issues notification for free power. Average units of last 12 months to be counted. 10% free units to be added to average of 12 months. All right after the headlines, let me quickly take you through the top political stories making the rounds. Shiv Sena BJP alliance underway in Maharashtra. Home Minister Amit Shah summoned Maharashtra Chief Minister Eknath Shinde and his deputy Devendra Fadnavis to Delhi to seal deal for future poll alliance. BJP and Shiv Sena to also hold joint rallies by end of this month in the state. BJP up in arm against Siddaramaiah government. BJP's IT cell chief Amit Malviya once again takes a dig at the Congress and calls it a fraud, further slamming the Grand Old Party for not fulfilling 200-unit free electricity promise in Karnataka. Tamil Nadu governor stirs controversy. Governor R.N. Ravi hits out at Chief Minister M.K. Stalin over his recent foreign visit, saying it wasn't sufficient to bring in investment to the state. This after the government has signed business pacts worth over 800 crores in Japan and MOUs worth over 300 crores in Singapore. National Conference leader and former Jammu and Kashmir Chief Minister Omar Abdullah demands answers from Election Commission on not holding election in Jammu and Kashmir if there is a pressure on EC over the matter. He further said election is our right. Karnataka's Animal Husbandry Minister K. Venkatesh sparks cow slaughter row. Venkatesh in a controversial statement says if one can slaughter buffaloes and bulls, there was nothing wrong in slaughtering cows. Meanwhile, BJP takes to the streets, warning the government not to repeal the anti-cow slaughter law. All right, let's quickly take you through inside details that are coming in on the wrestlers' probe and protest. The Delhi police to submit status report in court in the next day or two. Minor allegedly withdraws charge, records new statement is what we are given to understand. POCSO case against Brij Bhushan likely to be withdrawn is what we are being given to understand. The police to probe Vinesh's allegations against Brij Bhushan. Vinesh has claimed Brij Bhushan molested her on October 16th and 17th. Brij Bhushan claims he was not at home on alleged dates. That's the latest that is coming in. Multiple developments, viewers, to take you through some of them. Are there fissures that are emerging where the wrestlers' protest is concerned? Ultimately, it is a 2-month-long protest without any arrest, especially under POCSO of Brij Bhushan. Is the protest now losing steam? Are some of the complainants in this case now tiring out? The latest that we have heard is that the minor in all probability has withdrawn her statement. Has she? That's the big question. We're going to cut across to our reporters, to Nitin Srivastav as well as Shreya Chatterjee, who's going to take us through the latest news break that is coming in. All right, that's the latest that is coming in. Let's take you through the news break. Exclusive details coming in on the wrestler's case probe. Number one, what we are given to understand that the minor has withdrawn her charge. She's recorded a new statement. We're going to cut across to Anisha Mathur, who's bringing us the latest as well. We're going to cut across to Nitin Srivastav, my colleague, who's speaking to the wrestlers. But Anisha, coming to you first, what are we getting in? Has the minor in this case recorded a new statement? Any confirmation coming in? Does that mean the case against Brij Bhushan under POCSO will be closed?
Well, there are a lot of nuances when it comes to an issue like this. Now, we do have a confirmation that the minor had appeared in the court at Patiala House just last week around on 31st of May. But what was actually in the statement is something that we are only getting short information about. We are not able to get a confirmation simply because under a POCSO case, the statement made by the victim is sealed and kept under sealed cover by the judge themselves. So at this stage, there is no way to 100% confirm what the minor has said. And as far as your second question is concerned, what it means for the case against Brij Bhushan Sharan, a lot also depends on the other statements made by other victims in this particular case. Remember, in a POCSO case, apart from the victim's testimony, there is also testimony by other persons, including in this particular case, the statement by the coach, the statement by other officials of the Wrestling Federation.
Joining us, Anisha, we're going to continue to come back to you for more updates on that story. Meanwhile, let's quickly shift focus to the other big development that is coming in from the state of Haryana right now. The latest coming in from Haryana, BJP Haryana in charge has slammed its ally JJP. What's behind that spat which is brewing in the state of Haryana? Biplab Dev has said, who's in charge of Haryana from the Bharatiya Janata Party, saying JJP hasn't done a favor by backing the BJP. JJP got portfolios in exchange for support. Dushyant Chautala was made a minister in the Haryana government. What has resulted in the bad blood between the Bharatiya Janata Party and ally JJP? Let's cut across to my colleague Satyendra Chauhan, who's joining us for more. But before that, let's quickly listen in to the latest coming in on this.
सरकार में समर्थन दे रहे तो सरकार में उनको मंत्री भी बनाया गया है। सरकार में फ्री में कोई समर्थन किसी को नहीं दिया है। हरियाणा की जनता की मांग थी, हम लोगों के पास मेजोरिटी नहीं थी, 40 सीट आया, अभी 41 से आपको जानकारी है। अभी भी बहुत सारे निर्दलीय बंधु हमारे साथ मिले हुए हैं, हमको समर्थन देते हैं समय समय पर। इसीलिए सरकार चलना, संगठन चलने में अंतर होता है। सरकार में समर्थन दे रहे तो सरकार में उनको मंत्री भी बनाया गया है। सरकार में फ्री में कोई समर्थन किसी को नहीं दिया है। हरियाणा की जनता की मांग थी, हम लोगों के पास मेजोरिटी नहीं थी, 40 सीट आया, अभी 41 से आपको जानकारी है। अभी भी बहुत सारे निर्दलीय बंधु हमारे साथ मिले हुए हैं, हमको समर्थन देते हैं समय समय पर। इसीलिए
now to my colleague Manjeet Sehgal, who's joining us with the latest on this. Manjeet, what made Biplab Dev, who's Haryana in charge of the Bharatiya Janata Party, take on their own ally JJP in Haryana?
Well, Preeti, this all started on the last Sunday when Biplab Dev was addressing BJP leaders meeting in Uchana Kala Assembly constituency. He suddenly announced that the next MLA of the party could be Premlata, who was defeated in the previous elections by JJP's Dushyant Chautala. In fact, his statement infuriated Dushyant Chautala, who issued a statement saying that some of the BJP leaders had abdominal pains. That is why they were announcing this, as they were having an alliance with the BJP. Remember, despite being a coalition partners in Haryana, both JJP and BJP leaders were not on the same page. Leaders of both the parties were issuing statements which were against each other. BJP leaders also say that BJP will be contesting the elections independently. There will be no coalition. But the JJP leaders directly or indirectly had also threatened not to support the BJP government. But BJP leaders have now come open and have claimed that to get the magic numbers, they have already the requisite strength. Out of the 90 constituencies and MLAs, the BJP has already 41 MLAs and the 5 independent MLAs have also announced their support to BJP. So even if JJP removes its support, then BJP government will not have any danger. BJP government will continue continue to rule the Haryana. But the differences between the Jananayak Janata Party and Bharatiya Janata Party have come to the fore. And these leaders are issuing statements against each other. The state is heading for the assembly elections next year, Preeti.
All right. Manjeet, before I let you go, one quick question. There's also rancor between the BJP and the JJP because there are many leaders from the JJP who are also cabinet ministers who seemingly publicly sided with the wrestlers in Haryana.
Yes, indeed, JJP was supporting the wrestlers in Haryana, and Biplab Dev had also indirectly attacked the JJP, saying that if JJP was supporting the government, it was not doing any favor. And in lieu of the support they were given, the cabinet berths, including the Jananayak JJP's Dushyant Chautala, who is a deputy chief minister. So, as I said, both the parties, be it the JJP or the BJP, despite being the coalition partners, are not on the same page and have been issuing statements against each other. These statements come in the wake of the assembly elections, which are due next year. Preeti.
Appreciate you joining us, Manjeet, getting us the very latest. Lots of rancor where Haryana politics is concerned, especially in the backdrop of the wrestlers' protest. We are going to continue getting our viewers more, but let's quickly now shift focus on the big development coming in on the tragic triple train collision in Odisha. The CBI has officially taken over investigations. The opposition is questioning now the decision to order a CBI probe. West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee visited Cuttack and met victims of the rail accident. Mamata pointed out that she too had ordered a CBI probe into the train crash in 2010, but it yielded nothing. BJP, meanwhile, leveled massive allegations against Mamata's TMC, claiming that her party is behind the horrific tragedy. TMC countered back. The Congress is calling the CBI investigation headline management by the Modi government. It pointed out how an earlier NI probe into a 2016 train mishap did not prove any conspiracy.
I don't want to say anything. I want this time we must work for the people. We must be with the people. We must help the Parivar. And we want that truth must come out. It must not be suppressed.
That all is being suppressed. You have any. So, can you just say why you...
I said truth must come out. Let the good sense prevail. Truth must come out. इतना जिंदगी चला गया, इतना आदमी का मौत हुआ, अभी आर्गुमेंट करने का टाइम नहीं है. कैसे हुआ, इतना जिंदगी चला गया और सच बाहर में आए, हम ये चाहते हैं.
তৃণমূলের কনস্পিরেসিটা বের করার জন্য এই পুরো ইনসিডেন্টের পিছনে তৃণমূল আছে. তৃণমূলের কনস্পিরেসিটাকে আইডেন্টিফাই করা. কালকে রাতে থেকে প্যানিক কেন, সিবিআই নিয়ে অডিট কেন, দ্য প্লেস অফ অকারেন্স অন্য স্টেটে এত প্যানিক কেন? এই কল রেকর্ড ট্যাপিং, কনভারসেশন বিটুইন টু রেসপন্সিবল রেলওয়ে অফিসার্স, এটা যে কত বড় আগামী দিনে স্ক্যাম एक्सपोज होते जाते तृणमूल बुझते पारे.
सीबीआई इंक्वायरी तो कुछ हो नहीं रहा है. डर जाने का कोई बात नहीं है. अभिषेक बनर्जी को पहले उसका नवद्वार यात्रा चल रहा था, उस समय ईडी उसको बुलाया, वो गया, ईडी को जो सवाल है उसको जवाब दे दिया. तो डरने का कोई बात नहीं, हम लोग डरते नहीं हैं. और हम अभिषेक बोला है कि अगर उसको दोषी पाया गया तो वो फांसी लेने के लिए भी तैयार है. शुभेंदु अधिकारी एक फालतू आदमी है, पहले हमारा पार्टी में था, अभी बीजेपी में जाके उल्टा सीधा बोल रहा है. उसको हम कोई ध्यान नहीं देते.
प्रधानमंत्री जी ऐसे रेल मंत्री जिसको रेल का बिल्कुल ज्ञान नहीं है उसको बर्खास्त करें। कभी बोलते हैं टेक्निकल फेलियर है, कभी सीबीआई को इंक्वायरी देते हैं और वहां जश्न मना रहे हैं तालियां बजा बजा के, टाटा कर करके। 350 लोगों ने, निर्दोष लोगों ने अपनी जान गंवाई है। उनकी जिम्मेवारी किसी को तो लेनी पड़ेगी ना रेल मंत्री जी। और आप जो रेल मंत्रालय चला रहे हो, अभी तक आप अपनी जिम्मेवारी नहीं ले रहे। इससे ज्यादा बदकिस्मती क्या हो सकती है?
ये एफआईआर दर्ज करना, ये सीबीआई की जांच लेके आना, ये सब बेईमानी है। आपके रेल मंत्रालय की नाक के नीचे हिंदुस्तान का, मुझे लगता है कई दशकों का सबसे बड़ा हादसा हुआ। आप जांच खेल रहे हैं। ये सिर्फ लीपापोती है ताकि कुछ हफ्तों में लोग भूल जाएंगे। रेलवे मंत्री जिस तरीके से अपनी जिम्मेदारी से किनारा करके निकले हैं, इससे ये बात साफ हो गई कि जब भारतीय जनता पार्टी दूसरे राज्यों में या कांग्रेस के समय में इस्तीफा मांगती थी, वो सब डबल स्टैंडर्ड्स थे। आज वो इस्तीफा देने के लिए क्यों पीछे हट रहे हैं? उनको देना चाहिए।
A team of officials of Central Probing Agency CBI have arrived at the accident site where this massive accident happened on Friday. Currently, the probes have been handed over to the CBI. What we can see that 2 officials of CBI reaching at the spot, and let me show you what exactly happening for your better understanding. I will take you through with all details that they, firstly arrive at the spot where this accident happened. They are currently, carrying out the inspection of the tracks where this happened, and currently a huge bandobast has been done by the railway officials and its police personnel. They have been guided by the personnel. The CBI officials have been, taken through these tracks where these mangled bodies were found right after the massive accident. We can see now CBI will be probing this thing, and this is going to be very, at this point of juncture, CBI's probe is going to be very important. And also the relay room, these are going to be thoroughly investigated and inspected by the CBI officials.
You're watching our fact check segment where we bust fake news. There's a video of the clash between the Manipur cops and the army. Fake video. It's an old video of the army training in Pathankot, nothing to do with the army or the police clashing. Fake news alert.